Right, I'm gonna talk about how I nearly got knocked out in sparring. So the thumbnail is basically me getting head kicked, and I don't know if I'll try. I'm gonna try to get the video at the very beginning, but it's like a big hit, and honestly, I don't know how I didn't get knocked out, but I was shaken. I literally just saw blue for like 2 seconds. I didn't know where I was. I was confused. Now, the thing is, yes, it looks bad. Like that sort of thing isn't really meant to happen in sparring. I'm blessed to not, get my ass beat every single time. Like I try to go against this guy. Like he's very experienced, right? But this is the thing. I don't want you, no one should be scared of sparring just because this kind of thing can happen, okay? Just go to sparring anyways, all right? Because the only reason why I actually did get head kicked is because I dropped my other hand when I was kicking. We both did the same hit. We both went for a roundhouse to the head. I mean, mine was to the body, but his was to the head. If mine went to his body first, like I didn't actually put all my effort into it, but he did. So I mean, there was a slap to it, so he wasn't trying to knock me out. But my point is, I was hesitating, and because of that, my form wasn't correct. Okay, because of that, my hand dropped as I was kicking, and then I basically just took the hit and I was taken off balance. In an actual fight, I would have probably gotten knocked out, okay? But you should try to fix these kind of things. These kind of things will show up in sparring, okay? Because, if you do Muay Thai, if you do any kind of combat sport, you need to do the sparring because that's where your skills are actually going to show. Right? You can look really good in pad work. You can look really good in bag work. You can look really good shadow boxing, but none of that matters if you're still really bad at sparring. Sparring is the thing that brings everything together. It shows you where you actually are. Okay? Well, I would say if you don't want to get basically head kicked like I do, honestly, keep going to the sparring, but something that a lot of people just don't even do, which is ridiculous, frankly. Shadow boxing. And I mean shadow boxing correctly. Most people are very lazy, they just like to look really flashy. Right? It looks really spazzy. It doesn't look that nice. Sure, you might want to post onto your, your Instagram or something, and you look cool. Maybe. Okay? And then, the average person they might think, okay, you look cool. But the experienced people will see you and they're like, there's a bunch of mistakes, okay? Especially if you want to eventually compete, if you want to do your first fight and hopefully win. You don't compete just for the mindset that you might think you should never go into a competition thinking that you're going to lose, is what I'm trying to say. But you want to make sure when you're shadowboxing, especially if you're starting off, actually do it slow, right? I'm not talking bomb, literally just go slow, everything slow, okay? And make sure you're doing it right, because even now, okay, this looks okay, but realistically, my shoulder should be closer, my knuckles should be pointing down more, right? My feet could probably be different so that I'm pushing more of my hips in, okay? A lot of things can actually be rectified if you actually look at yourself doing it, okay? The way that for example, old school boxers, when they're shadow boxing, they're always doing it in front of a mirror. They're not just doing it literally against a shadow or anything, okay? But they're doing it in front of a mirror so they can see every single aspect. Not just obviously what they can see in front of them, their hands, but also where their feet is, where their weight is. Because all of boxing, everything stems from the feet, right? You cannot box, you cannot fight if you don't have good footing, okay? But you're not gonna be able to see that if you don't have a mirror. You can look down, but no one's gonna fight looking like this. You look like this when you're fighting, but you can't see that unless you see a mirror as well. Fix that first, then you'll be able to be a lot better in sparring. So that's my one thing. If you were to take one thing from this video, it's to just, if you don't want to get head kicked, if you don't want terrible stuff to happen to you in sparring, shadow boxing properly. But also, even if that kind of thing happens, don't just like quit going to sparring. Okay? Continue going. And honestly, you will become much better. Okay, you will become much better. It's like, you know, if you found out like, oh, I shouldn't stick a knife into the outlet, like, yeah, you're gonna learn to not do it because, you know, you get shocked. Okay, it's that kind of idea. You're never gonna do it. It's because that mistake happened. Now I'm never gonna draw my hand just because like he head kicked me. It might happen, you know, a few times because he'll set it up, but it's not gonna happen again. Okay, there's a lot of things that you can find out. There's a lot of like weaknesses that you can see in yourself if you actually look at the mirror. I'm telling you, it's like, it's the most free thing, it's the most easy thing you can do, and you improve so much from it. So much. It's incredible. And then like next time you go into sparring, you actually feel really good, and like the other person, they're gonna see you like they're gonna be kind of scared, right? And also, like literally pro tip, honestly, for a lot of like beginner fighters, one thing that you can really do to like basically level up your own sparring is actually just fakes. Like you might not know how to do like a really cool, I don't know, question mark kick. Okay, a lot of people struggle to do that, but you don't need to do that. Okay, if you can just do like a fake, a good fake, that's enough. Like you can do a fake jab and then just land into a cross. Alright, you can change up the timing to everything, but all of that can really come from shadow boxing. Because with fakes especially, you need to be able to sell everything. Okay, but how are you going to sell it if you don't even sell it to yourself? Like, you need to believe it yourself as well. Like, if I do this, who cares? Who cares? But then if it's like this, it's much harder to tell. It's because I'm moving my feet and I'm moving halfway. Okay, then sometimes I might just do bump and then I actually sell the shot afterwards. I take the shot. Okay, there's all of those things. So there's so much to work on. All right, it's like you want to treat the mirror as like your own canvas. All right, like you want to do these kind of things. It really helps you. It helps you a lot more than you think. Okay, and yes, it may be kind of boring, but honestly, you become a much better fighter as a result. I truly believe like that's one of the reasons why I won my fights, is because I was like, I'd be sitting in front of the mirror like every night, just like this. All right, I'd move, I'd make sure everything was clean. Then I'll do some like, I'll do like, I don't know, leg pulls or like long guard. Okay, I did all of that, but I stared at myself in front of the mirror, making sure everything was right. And then I'd watch maybe some of my favorite fighters, and I'd watch how they fight and how I could use that kind of thing. Right, I could sell like, you can do like leg kicks, not leg kicks, sorry. You do kicks in shadow boxing. Just like be careful if you're in a tight area like this. Just try not to like injure your feet or anything, because that's really stupid, obviously. But yeah, there's ways to still kick. Just like try to control it as much as you can, because you know sometimes you might throw a kick and you miss, but you shouldn't just like leave your back here. All right, you throw the kick and then you're still here, like you're still safe. Same idea. All right, like shadow boxing helps you a ton. Like even if you miss a shot, you learn like, oh, okay, I have to bring it back, or you move back as well. When you bring it back and you move to the side. All right, there's so much to work on. All right, you just want to do it. You want to do it. Like professionals are doing it. A lot of amateurs are doing it as well. So why not you as well? You may as well do it. It's easy, well, somewhat easy. It will be hard at first, trying to like, it's gonna be kind of like mentally taxing to make sure everything is right, especially for like Muay Thai. There's so many weapons, but honestly, it's so fun. It's so fun. And then you get to see the fruits of your labor when you see that your fakes are actually working, because you can sell it yourself. Okay, it works amazing, especially if you're like a beginner. It'll work on like a lot of the more smarter fighters. Like sometimes you might fight someone, or sorry, spar, I should say spar. You might spar against someone and they're more experienced. They've had a fight or two, okay, and they're good. Those types of fighters, they're going to be very clever. All right, they've seen a lot of exchanges before. They can tell what's going to happen. But if you can sell the fakes, these fakes are actually going to work a lot better on them than on amateurs. All right, so you can test it on them. I actually be like, boom, and then come up with something else, and then fake, and then fake, and then, but they have to be good fakes. They can't be like this. Okay, you have to really sell the shots. Okay, and obviously variety is your friend in this as well. But all of this comes from shadowboxing. Literally, just do like, if you want to do what I did, it was just like a few rounds of shadowboxing every night. It doesn't even have to be enough to like make you sweat. You don't have to change and stay in like your pajamas. Just do it for the mirror, boom, and then actually put the shot in, and then come up with something else, or even just fake it and then get out. All right. So then you can think like, oh, you're not going to do the fake, and then you just give the actual shot after. Okay. But obviously, make sure everything is still correct. That you're not lazy after it. Okay. That you're not faking and then just dropping this hand. You might be faking, bringing it back. Okay. Faking, out, and then still back to the chin. Same idea. You want to make sure everything is still clean. Hope this helps. I was just yapping. I just don't want you to get head kicked like I did. Yeah, fun experience. Anyways, definitely worth a shot getting head kicked. Not intentionally, obviously, but like it's fun. Anyways, I love Muay Thai. Anyways, bye bye.